1, week 17 CC memory work.
Okay, week 17. Timeline. Napoleon crowned Emperor of France. So we're going to make an ASLN. Napoleon crowned. Just going to do what we always do for that. Put a crown on our head. Crowned Emperor of France. Then we're going to end with an ASLF. Liberation of South America. So we're going to make our fists into two ASLS's. And we're going to say liberation, and then pull our hands apart. Liberation of South America. And then our 1S is going to go down for South America. So keep the S and then go south. The War of 1812. The Missouri Compromise. So for Missouri Compromise, we're going to point to our head like an idea. And then we're going to come down here into do the sign for same. So these fingers coming together is same, the same idea. The Missouri Compromise, immigrants, so they're coming into America. So immigrants flock. And then we just wave our hands like we're flocking wings, feathers, birds. So immigrants flock to America. The Monroe Doctrine. For this one, let me do it again. The Monroe Doctrine was about the expansion of America. So we're going to start with our hands together, and then they're just going to come out, like they're expanding. And Romantic period of the arts. The Romantic period of the arts was when arts showed a lot of emotion. So we're going to go sad. So our hand goes over our face, and then when it's down here, we have a sad face. And then happy. So romantic, that looks angry. Romantic period of the arts. Okay, you get the idea. So all together. Napoleon crowned Emperor of France. Liberation of South America. The War of 1812, the Missouri Compromise. Immigrants flock to America. The Monroe Doctrine, romantic period of the arts. Okay, there's our timeline in motions, and then we would roll our dice and do what it said over and over again. I would say standing in patty cake, then the kids would all pair up, and I have an odd number, so one would always be with me, and then we would do patty cake while we were singing the song. Okay, math. The area of a square equals the length of its side square. This is a part of our geometry song that we started last week in week 16, and it started with the area of a rectangle. So just like our English, it's a small part of a whole song. So we'll start with the first part of our song, and then we'll do this part over and over and over again like a broken record. So, for example, last week's I'll start right. Geometry, geometry, let's learn some geometry. The area of a rectangle equals length times width. The area of a square equals length of its side squared, side squared. The area of a square equals length of its side squared, side squared. Let me say it again. The area of a square equals length of its side squared, side squared. And then our activity will be similar to last week's also. I had the kids lay down on the floor and make the shape of a rectangle while they sung it. So for this one, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to have them lay down on the floor in the shape of a square. That means that there has to be an even number of kids on each side, and I'll tell them that, and then we'll just sing through it. English. This is the third part of our song. May, must, might. May, must, might. It goes to the helping verbs song that I made to go to the tune of Chim Chimney. So again, we would sing all the previous weeks and then stop and repeat this part over and over again like a broken record. So, a helping verb helps another verb, assert action, being, or exist. do, does, did, has, have, had, may, must, might, may, must, might, may, must, might. And then we would do that, and then I would give the kids a turn to do the same thing with lamb. So we would sing the whole song and then stop and repeat may, must, might over and over again, like a broken record. And that is English. History, tell me about the Aztecs. Now this one, I'm going to start with the activity. The Aztecs used pyramids in rituals. So we're going to play kind of a London Bridge is falling down game with this. So I'm going to have two kids standing facing each other with their arms up and their fingers touching. So they're making like a pyramid with their hands, that type of a shape. And then the other kids will walk through as we sing, and we'll end with Spain defeated in 1519. That's not the whole ending. But when we get to the ending, the arms come down and then someone's trapped. And we'll just go over that over and over again. So tell me about the Aztecs. And as usual, I don't start the activity until we've sung through it a few times. I like them to be familiar with it before I throw something else in on top of new information. Tell me about the Aztecs. The Aztecs used pyramids in rituals of human sacrifice. Their civilization began to fall when Hernan Cortez of Spain defeated Montezuma II in 1519. And then that's when their hands would come down. So we would sing that a few times. Once they got the hang of it, we would play London Bridges while we sang through it as many more times as we could till the end of our 4 minutes. Latin. Second declensions, noun endings. Again, this is the third time we've gone through the second declensions. So I will introduce it. I'll say it first. Then I will open it up for kids to take turns to combine the board. And the kids have kind of started doing something of their own with this. They really like going behind the board, and they like taking turns with Lamb. They like trying to make him do silly things or silly dances to make everybody laugh while they're singing Latin. And then they also like to try to sing it as fast as they can. And then the kids watching try to keep up. Well, they can't keep up because they don't know it. But they all together try to sing it as fast as they can. And it's really cute and high energy. So, Latin, second declension, noun endings. Us, e, o, o. Us, e, o, o. Us, e, o, o. Singular second declensions. E, is, os, is. E, is, os, is. E, is, os, is. Plural second declensions. Okay, that's what we do for Latin. Just keep taking turns going behind the board and singing it over and over again. Science. What are some parts of a volcano? Okay, so this one is a story. I haven't done a story for science in a long time. And I tried this one out on my kids. They never heard this before. I said the story to them 2 times. And then I asked them if they could tell me what the parts of a volcano were, and they totally could. So, yeah, and I have a feeling that because I have a lot of boys in my class, they're going to get a kick out of this. So, what are some parts of a volcano? I can't talk all of a sudden. What are some parts of a volcano? Some parts of a volcano are magma, vents, lava, crater, gases. How are you going to remember that? How about this? What are some parts of a volcano? Some parts of a volcano are magma turned on the vents after lava left a crater of gases in the bathroom. Magma turned on the vents after lava left a crater of gases in the bathroom. Magma, vents, lava, crater, gases. Okay. So that's science. Magma, vents, lava, crater, gases. And then we have geography, African countries. And this one is put to the tune of Africa by Toto. African countries, Ethiopia, rounded with a point, Mozambique makes a Y, with Zimbabwe curled up inside. South Africa is on the tip of the continent. Madagascar is the island, you may heard of it. Okay, one more time. African countries, Ethiopia, rounded with a point, Mozambique makes a Y, with Zimbabwe curled up beside. South Africa is on the tip of the continent. Madagascar is the island, you may heard of it. And those are some of our African countries. Okay, and that's week 17. I hope that helps. What are some parts of a volcano? Volcano. Magma. How do I open that up? I was so excited about this.
Hello! I'm going to be giving a shout out to